It is now my very great privilege to introduce to you our first student speaker, Nicole Mozee. Nicole received her bachelor's degree in political science and Spanish studies from the University of Delaware in 2013. Inspired and motivated by her father's own employment discrimination case and social justice issues within low-income communities, Nicole immediately matriculated at New York Law School. In her first year, she joined the Impact Center for Public Interest Law and became a member of the Dean's Leadership Council through her exceptional academic performance. She also served as a mentor to the Impact Center's street law program, traveling weekly to the Bronx to teach middle school students about search and seizure and stop and frisk laws. The following year, Nicole served as an Impact Center Rappaport Fellow, where she spearheaded a student capstone project on reentry services for ex-offenders. She also was a teaching fellow for the Academic Success Program. Nicole competed in the 2014 Charles W. Fussell Moot Court competition and was named Best Oral Advocate, received the Best Team Award, and won the Best Final Round Team Award. She was co-author for the recent 40th annual Robert F. Wagner Labor and Employment Law Moot Court competition, where she co-wrote a fact pattern on Title VII and the Family Medical Leave Act in relation to transgender status. She served as a research fellow for the Racial Justice Project and a law student advocate for the Civil Rights Clinic, both under the direction of Professor Deborah Archer, working on critical and high-profile matters. This year, Nicole was recognized with the Student Diversity Champion Award tied to her work with the clinic, as well as the Impact Center Activism Award. She looks forward to a career promoting justice and equality. Nicole, will you please share a few words with us today?
Congratulations to the New York Law School class of 2016. Please take a moment to give our family and friends a round of applause for their generous support over the years. As New York Law School celebrates its 125th anniversary, I am honored and incredibly blessed to stand before you today as a graduate and commencement speaker. As both a first-generation college and law school graduate, I am truly amazed at how much we have experienced and accomplished in 3 brief years at NYLS. As we enjoy this pivotal moment in our lives, look back on our time at 185 West Broadway, and prepare ourselves for a long and rewarding legal career, I have a few words of advice to share. First, I want to tell you the story of the hawk versus the chicken. Before moving to New York to start law school, my dad sat me down and told me one of his clever anecdotes. He told me, in the world, there are chickens and there are hawks. Chickens live out in the barnyard, usually in a large group. Every day, they follow the same routine, tending to their chicken duties. But they never venture outside of their box. For the most part, none of the chickens stand out to each other. They are really all the same. But all the chickens fear one thing: the hawk. The hawk lives outside of the barnyard and lives outside of the box. The hawk is easily recognizable and distinct, and is the only one with the ability to fly overhead. The hawk makes its presence known, and when it comes near the chickens, the hawk brings change to the chicken yard. My dad then asked, "Nicole, are you a hawk or a chicken?" New York Law School has given us the tools to be hawks, to bring order to things as lawyers, to hold others accountable, and to effectuate change. New York Law School has helped us develop discipline, zeal, diligence, and passion, while encouraging us to take chances, think and live a life outside of the box, and to rise above issues, persevere, and overcome challenges. On the first day of class for the Civil Rights Clinic, Professor Archer asked us who our lawyer crush is. That is the lawyer who we most admire or aspire to be. For me, I don't admire lawyers just because they have won the most cases, gained the fanciest titles, or earned the highest legal fees. But I admire the ones who are the advocates who take on the most difficult cases, who challenge individuals and institutions in power, and who fight those who can't fight for themselves. The truth is, my lawyer crush is not just one person, but all of those amazing advocates who work every day without the need for praise or recognition that they otherwise deserve. She's the lawyer. She's the lawyer in a small town representing the single mother fired from her job because she demanded equal pay. The criminal defense attorney representing a juvenile defendant facing a life sentence. And the advocate fighting for the rights of an elderly woman turned away from the voting polls because she does not have a driver's license. That's who I admire and who I aspire to be. An advocate for all people and communities without a voice who are in need of justice. While each of us will strive to succeed in different ways after New York Law School, it's important that we always remember to pay it forward. Take a moment to reflect. Let's consider our past in order to appreciate our present and to chart our future. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Not everyone can be famous, but everyone can be great because greatness is defined by service." New York Law School taught us the importance of reaching out, helping others, and being of service to our communities. Over 3 years, some of us have served the community by educating youth on stop and frisk laws, organizing events or managing financial and legal risk, or highlighting awareness of transitional justice in the international community. It is incumbent upon all of us to invest time in our communities and to exemplify the values of New York's law school. The greatest benefits a lawyer can receive are not money or fame, but the knowledge and satisfaction of having served a client and his or her community well. Finally, live and don't just exist. Enjoy and live every day of your life to the fullest. Find meaning and happiness both within your legal career and in the world outside of your office. Remember, in the words of President Barack Obama, there's always more to do, more to learn, and more to achieve. We worked extremely hard to reach this point, and the greatest things are still to come, so we must continue pushing. Be a hawk. Fly high and proud. Bring about positive changes and show the world what it means to be a graduate of New York Law School. I wish you all the very best. Again, congratulations, class of 2016. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. It's now my great honor to announce the names of the finalists for the Trustees Prize for highest cumulative grade point average. The Trustees Prize is awarded to the graduating student with the highest cumulative grade point average in his or her division. Finalists are selected based on 5th semester grades for the day division and 7th semester grades for the evening division. The final awards will be made after all grades are complete in June. I now ask that the finalists in the day division please come forward: Alexander Eaton, Vera Esses, Elizabeth Stevens, and Victoria Stork. Congratulations to all of you. I now ask for the finalists in our evening division to please come forward: Scott DeHart, Adam Gallagher, and Timothy Greenberg. Congratulations to all on your outstanding achievements. I now ask our second student speaker to join us at the podium, Lauren Jakubowicz. Lauren M. Jakubowicz received her undergraduate degrees in international relations and philosophy from Washington College in Chesterton, Maryland. At NYLS as an evening student, Lauren also worked full-time, developing a diverse legal background in contract, employment, tax, and corporate transactional law. She participated in the Taxpayers Assistance and Planning Clinic, co-authored 2 IRS comment letters, and in April 2015, testified in an IRS hearing in Washington, D.C. on proposed Treasury regulations. Despite her busy, packed schedule, Lauren continues to find time for the Alzheimer's Association, distance running, and even a triathlon or 2, when she is not sharing good times with her friends. She wanted me to make sure to thank her family for their constant love and support, and specifically her parents, Mike and Kathy, for teaching her to dream fearlessly. Lauren, will you please share a few words with us today?
Good afternoon, friends, family, and fellow graduates of the class of 2016. My name is Lauren Jakubowicz, and I am honored to represent our tenacious evening division. We are the early birds, night owls, and weekend warriors all at once. All right, that might sound like a whole lot at the same time, but I actually see us as the lucky ones. My experiences as a New York Law School evening division student have been incredibly valuable, and I appreciate the opportunity I've had to connect with evening students with such diverse educational and professional backgrounds. Some pursuing law as a second, third, or even fourth career. We walk these hallways together at night, our stories as diverse as this city that also never sleeps. The NYLS Evening Division specializes in the art of the possible, and we are on the brink of never before imagined opportunity. A place born from our sweat, our tears, our investments, and most importantly, from our hearts that would not stop beating and our minds that would not stop expanding. We arrived here by working multiple jobs and attending classes at night. In between the madness, we still found time for family, exercise, hobbies. And when we took a breath from the jungle gym we call life, occasional deep breathing and reflection in those fleeting free hours. We sit here today staring out at a very different landscape from that of 123 classes that have come before us. Our employment opportunities moving forward have shifted and broadened into areas that we as fledgling law students had no idea would even exist 3 or 4 years down the line. I had no idea I'd be pursuing a career in international tax and financial technology as a first-generation college and law school graduate. Bitcoins or the cloud, anyone? It bears repeating what many of our professors and mentors sitting here today have said to us over the past 4 years. Our impact as New York Law School graduates will be determined by purposefully picking the things that are hard, making those difficult decisions that leave us feeling as if our stomachs have dropped, and that challenge us as lawyers will allow us to go further than we ever imagined. As for the jungle gym of life, we will continue to navigate it with the tools New York Law School has given us, and in the only way we evening division students know how, with grit and tenacity. We will audaciously ask, why not? And witness the diverse paths and outcomes and adventures begin to take shape, revealing our endless opportunities. We are a community of strivers who know that we are not just going to be handed that position, but we aren't worried. Our fearlessness, our perspective, and our resilience have just begun to work for us and will always work for our clients. And to my first clients, Mom and Dad, you trusted me, you took this journey with me, you always kept me laughing. You are both my heroes. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2016.
Thank you, Lauren. It's now time to present the Alfred L. Rose Award for Excellence. The Alfred L. Rose Award is given for outstanding legal ability, character, and potential for leadership in the profession. Recipients of this highest honor are selected by the law school faculty, and the award is given to students who have both excelled academically and contributed greatly to the life of the school through leadership and example. It's a great honor to present this year's award to Trina Cornett of the Evening Division and Molly Mock of the Day Division. Trina Cornett earned a Bachelor of Science and a Master's of Public Administration degree from Louisiana State University. While pursuing her law degree, Trina essentially held 3 other jobs: as a full-time soccer mom of 3 daughters, a spouse, and as a Director of Human Resources and Labor Relations for Jamaica Hospital Medical Center. Each of these roles required considerable attention. Nonetheless, Trina was able to participate in a number of NYLS programs over the past 4 years. She was a member of the Dean's Leadership Council. She served as a teaching fellow for the Academic Success Program for 2013-14. In 2014, she was a panel speaker at the Marvin L. Frank Spotlight on the Evening Division Dinner. She served as a panel speaker for the ABA Dispute Resolution Spring Conference in April of this year. She also was of invaluable assistance in the development of the school's strategic plan. She has successfully completed all requirements for and will be receiving a certificate in alternative dispute resolution today. Trina is graduating with honors and is lined for the position of Vice President of Human Resources for the Medicis Health Network. Please help me in congratulating Trina Cornett. Molly Mock was a member of the New York Law School Law Review and a competitor for both the New York Law School Moot Court Association and the New York Law School Viz International Commercial Arbitration Moot. She was also an associate for both the Center for Business and Financial Law and the Center for International Law, as well as an advocate for the Civil Rights Clinic. Additionally, she was a student leader and mentor in various school organizations. Molly was involved in the Dean's Leadership Council and served as a teaching assistant and research assistant. Molly will begin her career as a federal judicial clerk for the Honorable Joel H. Slomsky of the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia.
Congratulations to both of you, both exceptional students. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you our third student speaker, Joseph Chung. Joseph was a Day Division student ambassador and a member of the New York Law School dispute resolution team, and he competed in the VIS International Commercial Arbitration Moot. He served as president of the Asian American Law Students Association and is also a New York City Bar Diversity Fellow. Joseph also had the opportunity to intern for the Honorable George B. Daniels in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York, and he was a volunteer with Legal Services New York in the Landlord-Tenant Division. Upon graduation, Joseph will join the global law firm of Morgan, Lewis, and Bacchius as a corporate associate. Please welcome Joseph Chung.
Good afternoon, everyone. We finally made it. Congratulations. Thank you, New York Law School, for the opportunity to be here. Thank you to Crown, the Board of Trustees. Thank you to the amazing professors and staff who have made this all possible. Thank you to the family and friends who have supported us through this whole law school experience. And thank you to each and every person in this great hall. Because if you're here, then you have played an integral role in the success of your loved ones and friends graduating here today. From the moment we received our acceptance letters until now, as we eagerly wait to accept our diplomas from Dean Crowell, we have shared a unique and unforgettable experience. In this moment, I'd like you to take a look to the people seated to your left and right. I'm sure that for the most part, you strategically sat next to them. Why? I believe it is a testament to the friendships we've created over the years and the struggles we shared as law students. Take it in, reflect, and celebrate as we begin to fully realize our dreams and undertake the awesome responsibility of becoming lawyers. But remember, this is just one of countless steps in the journey that lies ahead. As we continue our journeys after law school, we will face choices regarding which path to take next. Sometimes we will need to blaze our own paths, and at other times we will follow down the paths of others. As we continue along, never forget to stop and contemplate why. Why did you start down this path, and what is it that motivates you? As for myself, I came to law school because I wanted to make a difference. I've seen firsthand that the most unlikely people can succeed, and those who suffer can be helped, restored, and empowered. I want to let others know that the seemingly insurmountable hurdles in life can be overcome. What motivates me is the people that surround me, not just my family, my friends, and colleagues, but also all the people we will now have the power to help. So I'd like to share a brief story with you. I once knew a boy whose family struggled to achieve the American dream. At times, he felt that life had forgotten about him and his family, that things only seemed to get worse as time went on. He didn't know what path to take, so he just aimlessly wandered. At the age of 15, he decided to drop out of high school and left home to fend for himself. It seemed as though this boy would never find a meaningful path. He took on odd jobs here and there and tried to make life work. As he started to grow up, he realized that there had to be more to life than what he was experiencing. And he simply didn't want to let life keep passing him by. So he finally decided to suck it up, go back to school, and pursue an education. Despite his failures and lack of confidence, he vowed that he would try his best to make it work no matter what. As life continued on, there were many times when he wanted to give up. Perhaps it was too late. Maybe it wasn't meant for him. Who was he kidding? Many times, his teachers and fellow students expected him to fail. In fact, no one else believed that he could do it either. Fortunately, he had a handful of family members and friends who believed in him. Along for the journey was a man who stood by his boy's side when it no longer made sense to believe in him. Over time, the support of these people also bolstered this young boy's resolve. And today, that lost boy, yours truly, gets to stand before you and say thank you. Thank you to the friends that supported me throughout the years. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad, for believing in me. Sorry. This degree is as much yours as it is mine. Oddly enough, today not only marks the 20th anniversary of me dropping out of high school, but also the day I get to celebrate graduating from law school. It's been a long journey, but I'm very excited I get to share this moment with you. This is but one story among many, and just as I have had the opportunity to share mine, I've also had the great privilege to listen to many of yours. It is your stories that have inspired me and have made this journey so memorable. And it's the diversity of experiences that we share together that has made these past few years so unique. I hope you all continue to reflect on your own paths. Remember why you're here. Be thankful for those who helped you get here, and remember to pay it forward. We have all weathered this journey together, and I'm sure we'll be able to count on each other in the future. Never forget the lessons you learned, the goals that drove you, the dreams you hope to achieve, and the relationships we've built. So to quote the notorious singer Vitamin C, as we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever. La 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 la, yeah, yeah. Thank you for your time. Congratulations, we're graduating.
Thank you, Joseph. The last honor we present today, the Dean's Award for Student Leadership, goes to 10 members of the graduating class who have demonstrated exemplary leadership skills during their tenure at New York Law School. Will the Dean's Award recipients please come forward? I'm delighted to present these awards to the following people: Josephine Bond, Joseph Chung, Benjamin Eisenstein, Daniel Field, Roxanne Micca, Marbel Munez, Sherboom Paul, Gerard Quinn, Jonathan Sizemore, and Christopher Yukich. In addition to these wonderful student leaders, I want to acknowledge our other graduating student leaders and other student award winners. There are a number of other prizes and recognitions of student leadership and excellence listed in your commencement program, and I encourage you to take note of the depth and breadth of this class's accomplishments. They're an exceptional group, and I'm proud and congratulate all of them.